Alright, today's already started off kind of rough. I had bought the wrong fittings the other day from Home Depot for the plumbing project. So I had to go back to Home Depot to get the right fittings. That took about an hour to go to town and do that. Then I had to eat lunch because I was hungry. I started this at 10 o'clock. Now it's 12:10 and I'm finally getting started. So let me show you what we got. We're working on the plumbing. So we gotta get down here in this little hole. That's where it comes out of my water tank. So we got all this hose and all this crap. I don't know what that pump goes to, but this pump, the fittings on it were leaking. So that's the new fitting that I just bought. I was just making sure that it fit. So I gotta put the new fittings on, and then I gotta cut all this old hose out. And then once I get all that cut out, I got to put the new hose in, and I'm going to kind of clean it up and run it a little simpler. So I'm going to try to get the shot, but if I don't get the shot, then it's just going to be what it is. Because it's very tight in here. But let's see how this goes. Alright, well, I'm down here doing boat yoga. I got the hoses hooked up to the pump. And then I've got them run to this T right here. So then we can run one to the bathroom sink, and then one that takes the line and goes under the boat over there, which goes to the kitchen sink, galley sink, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I got that one hooked up, boom boom, and then I'm gonna run this one that's in my lap. It's gonna run over here and go onto there, which goes to the bathroom sink. Gotta clean it up, and then to that one, wherever it is, there it is. That goes through the bilge to the other side of the boat, all while standing on my head. So get back to you when I'm done. Alright, got all this hooked up and pressure tested. And there's no leaks yet. I'm gonna go back later and I'm gonna try to push these hoses down and make it all pretty. Right now I just want it to work. So the next step is to come over here. Now this, I have no idea whoever put this plumbing in here. I don't know what their thought process was. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know why they did it this way. But I'm gonna show you what we got here. There's way too much. So that hose right there is what I connected to that goes under the floor through the bilge. But then they got it goes, it tees here, and then it runs that way, and then that one tees and it runs that way and that way, and somehow or another this filter's connected to it, and then it goes into here, and it's just, there's more filters, there's another pump, there's more. There's probably 5 foot of hose in here that I don't need. So we're going to simplify this. And we're going to go straight off of that gray hose right there with new line. We're going to go up, whoop, and we're going to go straight up into my faucet. I do have 2 faucets. Right now I'm just going to hook to the big one, the main one. That's going to be my fresh water for now. Eventually I'm going to make that one a raw water, and then I'll make this one a drinking water, but that's a future project. I'm going to leave me a little bit of extra hose in here, because at some point, not today, because today the goal is just to get water again. At some point I'm going to get some form of filtration under this sink, but I got to figure out what I'm going to get and how I'm going to run that. So I'm not worried about it today. Right now it's just gonna be tying in this line, getting rid of all that other mess, and running straight to that one spigot. And I think I got enough stuff to do that. All right, we got that hooked up. So I didn't rip out all of these hoses because I was trying to figure out where some of them went. I was pretty sure one of these lines fed the water heater, and now I know, because now that it's removed, the hot water spigot in the bathroom does not work. So I still gotta go through and trace the hot water lines and pull them out, and then disconfigure this this whole filter situation and extra stuff. But this is what we got right now. So we've got the new hose run, bippity boppity boop, out of there, bam, straight to the spigot. And I fixed all the leaks. And doing it, I had to pull my sink out, and my sink drain started leaking, so I had to take a second to figure that out, but I got it figured out. What it was I had dropped the gasket when I took the sink out, and I put it back together without the gasket. But I found that, I got that fixed. So another day, I'm gonna come back through, and all this old hose and this filter and that valve and that pump, and I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna cut all that out. But right now I'm not gonna mess with it because that's it's not extensive. It'll be fairly simple. It's just a matter of tracing everything and figuring out where everything goes. So not messing with that right now. I have water right now. That's all that I was shooting for today, so I can wash my dishes and my hands and, you know, whatever. So I got water now. Now I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna put the boat back together because I got a big old mess out here. There's a bunch of hose and stuff under those cushions. But yeah, another project, another destroyed boat. Gonna put it all back together, and then I'm gonna chill out because I'm done for today. Alright, I figured I'd take a second to document this Arctic blast that's coming through. It's currently 5:09. Alright, it's been blowing. It's not that cold yet, but it's been blowing since 2 o'clock. I'm borderline seasick just sitting on this boat. But yeah, the wind's been blowing. It started off at like 20. It's probably blowing 30 now. I don't know if the camera is doing it any justice. It's blowing like hell out there. I've been rocking around all day. Oh, this is crazy. And it's only gonna get colder, and the wind's not supposed to slow down until about 1 o'clock in the morning. But this poor little boat next to me is just getting thrashed. I don't know if we'll make a video out of any of this or not, but I figured I'd record it. So let's see. I'm gonna try to update y'all as the night goes on. I gotta start cooking here in a little bit, but I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna be able to eat because my stomach ain't feeling too hot. Like I said, it's only gonna get colder. It's not gonna get any worse. It's gonna be about like this till about 2 o'clock. Well, really all night. It's only gonna drop a couple miles per hour overnight, but it's crazy. It's probably about 40 degrees now, and it's supposed to be in the 20s at 7 o'clock in the morning. And with the wind chill, it's supposed to feel like, I don't remember the exact number, but it was single digits. So, yeah, just crazy. Like I said, I don't know if this is gonna make a clip or not. I can't even stand up. But I'm gonna have this footage just in case. I'll update a little bit later. We'll see how it's going. Alright, so real quick, here's the situation. The wind's picked up yet still, and I'm getting dangerously close to the dock over here. It's got the boat heeled over like this with the gusts. I tied another line to this pylon to try to keep me off that. It's not working, so I gotta tie it to this other pylon. I don't know, I might voice over this, but I gotta do this, so I figured I'd try to get some of it on camera. Crazy. That line that I just tied did absolutely nothing. I ended up having to take it off and then wrapping my forward starboard side cleat. That spring line I got up there, I had to wrap it around the cleat, pull some slack in there and wrap it 2 more times to keep me off the dock over there. But this is crazy, man. And I don't even have like the proper winter clothes. I'm out here in a freaking hoodie and a beanie. Freezing. But anyway, there's a little bit of excitement for you. A little bit of winter storm. The blizzard of 26. And now that I did all that, it seems like it's calming down a little bit. But I know that's just the front. It's gonna pick back up here soon. But a little bit of excitement. We'll get back if there's anything else to report. Another quick little thing. My problem is, you know, the good old weatherman had predicted that these winds were going to come out the northwest, and generally when the wind is blowing heavy out the northwest, my boat slams to the pylons on the starboard side. So all my preparation was for that. I put extra lines on the port side to keep me from slamming into the starboard side, because now that I have a smaller boat next door, he likes to snatch on that pylon and it'll come back and it slaps my boat. So I was trying to prevent that. And then, you know, that good old weatherman, he likes to set you up for failure. The wind started blowing in at 20 to 30 miles an hour like they were supposed to, but they were coming straight out the west, not the northwest. So that was pushing my boat, slamming it port side. And then when I would get the occasional northwest, it would kind of shift from west to northwest. It would slam me to the starboard side, and then it would slam me to the port side. So all my preparation was for nothing because the weatherman lied once again.